Sosa, out of Lawrence, Mass, pro boxer. You're at an amateur show up in Vermont.
Yep.
How do you like the fight so far?
The fights are not too bad. You know, amateur boxing is a little bit back and forth. What I like to see in amateur boxing, of course, is that polished style. Who's going to be the next, you know, Olympian or next national champion? But you got the back and forth action you can't miss, you know?
It is always exciting. That's one reason why I do like to come to the shows, is to see who is going to be the next superstar, who's going to make it, who's not. Sometimes with the amateur fighters, they do really well in the amateur, and then they turn pro, and then something happens, or vice versa, right?
100%. You don't want to waste your best days in the amateurs, you know, so you get that experience. You try to win these open tournaments, qualify to the nationals, you know, win these golden gloves, go to the national golden gloves, try to win that national title, and then take it to the next level, you know, which is the professional level.
What's your amateur record?
Mine was 18-2. I had a very short amateur record.
You definitely did.
I was in and out, you know what I'm saying, but I won the gloves, I won the U.S. championships. I could have went to the Spokane Washington Nationals the year 2016, so they postponed the regionals, which ended up going to the 2017 year because it was an Olympic year. So I ended up just turning pro in July.
All right, so turning pro means you got some pro fights, and you're 6-0.
Yep.
May 5th, Foxwoods, DeBella undercard. You are fighting an interesting fighter, Khiry Todd, who's also undefeated, 7-0, I believe.
Yes, he is.
Tell me about this matchup. How did it come about?
We were supposed to fight in January. I guess it was a short notice. My opponent's been a lot of last-minute opponent changes, so Murphy's Boxing had presented us Khiry Todd for a Mass State title at 140, which his manager, when I fought down in the Bellis card in September 15, he told me, hey, he was going down to 140. He was going to be campaigning there. And we were supposed to do that. They threw his name in there. I gave it a yes. It took me less than 10 minutes.
Didn't even second guess it.
Right over the phone.
Going for it, I'm in.
Mark Voss called. He said, oh, you guys interested in a Mass State title with Khiry Todd? And I was right there in the car. We were headed to the training. I said, yep. Sean said, yeah. Gave it a call, and then by the night's end, I guess his team called back and said that they can't make 140 in that 2-week time frame, and we could do it in March. And then March came around, and there was something going on there, and we didn't do it in the Mohegan Sun. We were supposed to do it down in Mohegan Sun, Murphy's card that he did with Charles Foster.
And during the afternoon, the afternoon show,
And then something happened there. Then his manager, Seth, who works for Holyfield, they were going to do a showdown in Providence, Rhode Island.
Which they did, I think, in the winter. The recent one, yes.
It didn't end up happening. So then he presented it on the DeBella card. And like I said, it has to happen. It was a yeah for me the first time. It was a yeah for me for the second time.
And you had plenty of time to train. He's got plenty of time to train. And you know what the saying goes. Someone's O's got to go. Is it going to be you? Is it going to be his? What are we doing?
No, I'm going to go in there and do what I do. You know, as Sean would say, just be Adrian Sosa and watch it all fall into place. My last fight, what I ended up thinking happened, because my last fight, I got a balance knockdown. You know, I sat on the back foot too much. Guy went from southpaw to conventional, and he just hit me with like the greatest shot. I was off balance. My timing wasn't really there, because when you're prepared for a sharp fighter, you know what I'm saying? You get these dudes who don't know what they're doing. You know, 24-hour opponents.
Right.
It's sad to say you're there and you're thinking something's going to be different, and it's not. And it's basically bringing me back right to my amateur levels where I'm fighting the novice. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's telling me I haven't been tested. He hasn't been tested.
This would be interesting. What do you know about Khiry Todd? I'm sure you've been at a lot of his fights, maybe all of them.
I've seen him fight once as a pro.
Okay. Which was where? Do you remember?
Down over there in January, down in Melrose Memorial Hall.
Okay.
I seen him fight there, and I seen him fight once in the amateurs. And he fought Xavier Vega down from Lawrence, from my way. He lost.
And you probably sparred him before, or fought him before too, or no?
I didn't spar him or nothing. I didn't really know him until I seen him down in the amateurs. But when I was coming up in the amateurs, he wasn't around. He wasn't making no noise. He wasn't one to watch for. So at the end of the day, he's gonna get to know me, and I'm gonna get to know him on me.
What do you want to say to Khiry Todd?
Just be ready. Don't fatigue. Don't make no mistakes. As he's saying, he don't want me to make no mistakes. I won't. Anytime I'm in front of a polished fighter, I'm ready. I'm on point. My defense is on point. Just be ready. Just be ready. He's gonna have to back up every single word he said, just like I'm gonna have to back it up. And that night we're gonna prove who's a better fighter, which is gonna be myself.
6 rounds, 4 rounds, 8?
It's gonna be a 6 rounder.
6 rounder.
It's gonna be my
Okay.
first 6 rounder. I was supposed to fight a 6 rounder in January, but just a little, I don't know, it was weird. Like 24-hour opponent change. And,
Yeah, it's
you know,
not in their mind, right?
Yeah, they made it back a 4-rounder. It was just everything went completely wrong. Where in this fight, everything's going completely right. And when that happens,
I'm excited for this fight.
yeah,
I really am.
It's what New England needs, you know.
I couldn't agree more. We need to step up the fighters
Definitely.
and show you what you got. Now, what are you doing differently now? This is your first 6 rounder.
Yep.
Are you doing more road work? What's different in your training?
Nothing really changes, you know. We just boost up in the sparring. Sometimes we do an 8-round sparring session, round robin, where we have a fresh dude come in after 4. You know, so one dude gives me 4 rounds, and then another dude gives me 4 rounds. And he's the fresh body, so he's bringing out. He's coming in his best form, and this dude is leaving out, you know, with fatigue. So at the end of the day, nothing really changes. Stick to my regimen. Be a vegetarian the way I am. So at the end of the day, nothing changes. I make weight easy, hydrated. I'm ready.
You selling tickets?
Yeah, tickets are 45, 75, 125. I only got a few left, but you can get them at the box office there at the fights. But if you want to contact me at Adrian Sosa, Facebook, on Instagram, 030 Sosa, and just be there. May 5th is going to be a show.
I'm excited for you. Good luck, Todd, and I'll see you at the fight.